Good evening. I'm going to call to order the regular session of the October, boy, this is loud. October 7th. They work quite well. The October 27th City Council. So we will have a roll call.
For the record, Councilmember Riddell Harris is absent this evening. Councilmember Davis.
Here.
Dowden Calvillo.
I'm here.
Holmes.
Here.
And Mayor Amara.
Here. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic which is under God, indivisible, with liberty and So first of all, I want to welcome everyone here tonight, and I understand we have some homeschool children here visiting. So could you please stand and make yourself noticed? So that way you'll get, for sure to get credit. Thank you so much.
What school are they from, Madam Mayor? Do you know?
Well, I guess I could ask, it's a homeschool. Do you want to?
Or are you affiliated with any school beside, I mean, I understand homeschool, but like Blue Door or something, or Feather River Charter? Oh, excellent.
Same with the girls in front? Okay,
Oh,
great.
Well,
Thank you for coming. So the first item is our mayor's proclamation and commendations. So we have two proclamations tonight. And the first one is for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I will, with my vice mayor, read the proclamation. So it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October 2025. Whereas breast cancer is the most common cancer among women in the United States, and while significant progress has been made in treatment and survival rates, the disease continues to impact millions of women, men, and their families each year. And whereas early detection through regular screening and mammograms remains the most effective way to reduce the risk of severe outcomes and save lives, and whereas local organizations, health providers, and advocacy groups continue to work tirelessly to raise awareness, provide education, and support those affected by breast cancer in our community. And
whereas the City of Auburn recognizes the courage and strength of survivors, honors the memory of those who have lost their lives, and stands in support of families, caregivers, and advocates committed to ending this disease. And whereas by wearing pink, sharing knowledge, and supporting awareness campaigns throughout the month of October, Auburn residents can help promote early detection, research, and access to quality care.
now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Sandra Amara, Mayor of the City of Auburn, on behalf of the City Council, do hereby proclaim October 2025 as Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the City of Auburn and encourage all residents to participate in activities that increase awareness, honor survivors, and promote the importance of early detection and continued research in this fight against breast cancer. Issued the 27th day of October. Thank you very much. And our next proclamation is it's a proclamation supporting the restoration of historic DeWitt Theater. Whereas the DeWitt Military Hospital opened in 1943 in North Auburn, and the U.S. Army invited the public to use its community facilities, including the DeWitt Theater, to foster good relations during World War II. And whereas after the war, the property was transferred to the state of California for use as a mental health hospital, with the theater continuing to serve patients, staff, and local residents. And whereas following the state's closure of mental hospitals, the DeWitt property was transferred to Placer County, and the theater remained an active community for venue for films, concerts, and productions until 2016. And whereas, although the theater was closed that year for a commercial project that never materialized, its legacy and community importance remain. And whereas
Whereas in 2019, Placer County adopted a master plan for the DeWitt Center and supported the formation of the nonprofit DeWitt Community Complex, dedicated to restoring the theater as a modern performance space and outdoor gathering area under the motto, where arts, history, and community meet. And whereas Auburn lacks a mid-sized affordable venue for performances, lectures, and events, and a revitalized DeWitt Theater would fill that need while preserving an important piece of local history. And whereas the DeWitt Theater, listed on the National Register of Historic Places, stands as a living reminder of Auburn's World War II heritage and an opportunity to strengthen our arts, economy, and community identity.
Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Sandra Amara, Mayor of the City of Auburn, on behalf of the City Council, hereby supports the restoration of the historical DeWitt Theater as proposed by the DeWitt Community Complex, recognizing its value as a cultural, historical, and community landmark, issued the 27th day of October 2025. So that's it for the proclamations. Now we go to the adoption of the agenda. This is a time set aside for council and/or the public to ask for removal, postponement, or a change to the listed sequence of an agenda item. The agenda will be approved by consensus of the council. Do we have any changes, council?
No changes, Madam Mayor, but as a point of interest, I would like to request that we adjourn tonight's meeting in memory of Norma Harris, who recently passed away. As you know, Norma was a real trailblazer in our community, and she lived 100 years and was just a phenomenal community support, gave such phenomenal community support, and we'll miss her dearly. So I'd like to be able to adjourn in her memory.
Thank you very much. Anyone from the public? Okay, then we will move on. Oh, do I have a vote?
I'll move adoption of the agenda.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent calendar are considered to be routine in nature and will be approved by one blanket motion with a roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless persons request specific items to be removed from the consent calendar for discussion and separate action. Any items removed will be considered after the motion to approve the consent calendar. We have 6 items on the consent calendar. Is anyone on council want to remove and discuss anything?
Yes,
Yes? Okay.
I'd like item 2.
Item 2, Councilman Holmes wants to remove item 2. Anyone from the public? Okay, can I have a motion?
I'll move adoption of the consent agenda as amended.
Second.
Councilmember Davis,
Aye.
Dowden Calvillo,
Aye.
Holmes,
Aye.
Mayor Amara.
Yes, thank you very much. That brings us to item number 2, the ordinance implementing the recent staff reorg. Councilman Holmes.
Yes, I'm looking for the specific page here now, but
It's page 13.
what?
Page
Page
13.
Yes, under Economic Development Department, it states leading business retention and attraction efforts, economic vitality programs, and downtown development initiatives. I'm wondering why there's not something about Old Town.
So
What page is that, Mr. Holmes?
Well, that would be item
under
13.
economic
But
development.
are you looking at the ordinance itself, or are you just referring to the staff report?
I'm
Because it may,
referring to
because
the
the,
staff report.
because the ordinance may already address that. Is that correct, Mr. City Manager?
I don't think it does.
Let me take a look for it. Well, it's actually kind of buried in different places. The staff report was just written to give an overview of what the Economic Development Department is. Not trying to leave out Old Town, but just talking specifically about development initiatives throughout the town.
So it's understood then it'll be both.
It's
Old Town,
implied, yeah,
downtown,
right.
all of Auburn.
Well, it should be all of Auburn, not just downtown and Old
Right.
Town. It should just be Auburn.
Councilman Holmes?
Well, yes, I acknowledge that at least the statement is that both the downtown and Old Town would be included. Uh, So I'm willing to accept the oral statement that Old Town would be included.
Okay, and I think maybe our legal can weigh in on this.
Yeah, the staff report provides a broad overview. On page 44 of the ordinance 58 of your agenda packet is how it will read in the municipal code itself. And that establishes a new 32.170 and following, which is the Economic Development Department. And 32.173 discusses the specific functions, and that includes the entire city and not
Correct.
specific downtown.
So it's very clear then.
Yes.
And
Is that
Mayor
helpful,
Amara,
Councilman Holmes?
Well, that does provide some clarification, yes.
I just wanted to state for the record, as the author of the staff report, it was definitely just a clerical oversight,
Oh,
and
I
the
understand.
ordinance includes all of Auburn.
That's understood. It's the important part is the ordinance, the written ordinance, which seems to be very clear. Do we have any other discussion by council on this?
No,
No. Anybody from the public? Do I have a motion?
I'll move approval.
I'll second it.
Councilmember Davis,
Aye.
Down Calvio,
Aye.
Holmes,
Aye.
and Mayor Amara.
Yes, thank you very much. Now we are at the part in the council where we have public comment. This is the time provided so that the public may speak to the council on any item not on the agenda. Please make your comments as brief as possible, not to exceed 3 minutes. The council cannot act on items not included on this agenda. Items may be referred to staff or placed on future agenda. So anybody from city council have any public comment? Anyone from the public? Girls, now's your time. Okay, so no public comment. We'll move on to our public hearing. And this is a notice to the public. The city council, when considering a matter scheduled for hearing, will take notice of the following actions. So first, we have a presentation by staff. Okay.
Thank you. Good evening, Madam Mayor and council members. Tia Klump, your planning director. And I also want to formally introduce Michael Pinola as our senior building inspector. How long have you been with us? Almost a year?
It'll be a year in November.
He's been here for quite a while.
What's your last name? I'm sorry.
Panola?
Panola, thank you.
He was very instrumental in getting us here tonight in a timely fashion. But as you may be aware, every 3 years, the state adopts the additions of the building standards codes, along with local jurisdictions are required to follow suit to remain consistent. In addition to the adoption and pursuant to the health and safety code, cities may also adopt provisions of the codes with certain amendments which are reasonably necessary to protect the health, wealth, and safety of citizens in a jurisdiction because of local climate, geological, and topographical conditions. The last formal adoption with local amendments by the city was the 2022 version of the code. The code does become statewide effective on January 1st, 2026. Our city must adopt these codes before that effective date. This is why we're here this evening. There's quite a staff report that was provided, but for technical expertise, we do have our building inspector that can answer any of those questions that you may have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So anybody from city council have any questions?
No questions.
Any comments? It was
Lots
very-
of changes. Yeah.
Very clear.
It's very clear.
So, okay. Anyone from the public? Okay, do we have, so I will open, well, I guess I'll open the public hearing. Anybody from the public? No comments on this matter? Then I will close the public hearing. And council, do we have any comments or questions?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. That's it, right? Okay. That's it for that. Okay,
Go ahead.
now we're on to.
Madam Mayor, we need a motion to introduce the ordinance. And
A
a-
motion.
I guess it's by resolution to do a first reading of of the ordinance.
I'll second that.
Councilmember Davis.
Aye.
Dowden Calvillo.
Aye.
Holmes. Mayor Remmer.
Aye, thank you. And thank you by motion, and it's all these thousands of sections. Okay. Now the city manager report?
zipping along.
Yeah.
I didn't even have time to like figure out. So economic development update, cannabis, we're continuing to move that draft cannabis ordinance forward and bringing it to the planning commission, hopefully in mid-November with the required environmental document anticipated by the end of the year. So that would put the planning commission hearing in late January with the earliest possible council meeting occurring in February. And it's just a function of the timing to get the environmental analysis done. Commercial property owner workshop, that's going to be coming up on Thursday, the 30th at 6 p.m. in the Rose Room at City Hall. So that workshop was something that council gave direction to staff to hold. And so we'll be doing that this upcoming Thursday. And then lastly, the State Route Highway 49 project continues to progress. Last week was full week of productive work with no unexpected issues. The sewer line project, let's talk about the roundabout. The sewer line project is now fully installed with only the manhole needing to be brought to grade and pressure tested to complete that phase of the project. So Caltrans is continuing to move forward with that. I'm assuming you're going to talk about Placer Business Alliance, Councilmember Dowden Calvillo. Yeah, okay. So that's the end of my report. I can answer any questions that you have.
Any questions? Okay, then did you want to say something?
Oh, I think he was just deferring to me to
Oh.
talk about Placer Business Alliance
Okay.
trip.
Then you can do it under the committee.
Yes, I
report.
will.
Okay. So,
I'm sorry, can I
Yeah.
add one more thing? We do this each month, and I forgot to mention our October work anniversaries that I wanted to make sure to call people out on. So Mike Metzner of the Police Department, 21 years of service. Adam Klein of the Police Department, 18 years of service. Tucker Huey of the Police Department, 12 years of service. Christina Schaefer in our Finance Department, 10 years of service. Apparently people like to start working in October because there's a lot. Amy Franklin in the Building Department, 8 years of service. Anthony Davis, Police Department, 6 years. James Tabor, Public Works, 5 years. Aaron Ray in our Fire Department, 3 years of service. Kyle Oblander, 3 years of service. Brilda Sanchez, 3 years. Shepray Jenkins, 3 years. And Gary Hopping, 2 years of service as a reserve. So thanks to those folks for working at the city and getting things done.
thank you. So they're outstanding employees, is that, or?
It's just
Why are
the
they
October work anniversaries that
Anniversaries.
we,
There
so
are-
each month I'm trying to acknowledge staff that's been here for a significant amount of time.
Great, thank you. Thank you. So we have next on the agenda, the future agenda items, discussion and identifications of topics that require attention in upcoming meetings. This section allows council members to propose new ideas and unresolved issues and projects. Anyone on council want to put anything on the agenda? Yes, Councilman Holmes?
Well, I'd like to comment for a possible future agenda item. And if you look around the city of Auburn, there are a number of signs that have come up giving suggested directions to go to various locations in the city. There are 5 or 6 different directions, and I find it very distracting. You have to stop and look at the whole thing because it's kind of small print and so forth. And I think we need to take another look at that and bring it back to council for further discussion.
Okay, that's certainly something we can think. Have you spoken with staff about that? I mean, because maybe there's something, I know that there's a number of individuals who live where signs are put on the properties, and then I don't know if it's Public Works, but the company has been very, very quick to remove them if there's any complaints and that kind of thing. So I think maybe talking to Jonathan might be the first item. I don't want to discuss this now. It's not on the agenda. I'm just telling you that maybe first alternative is talk with staff and we can get a little more insight into that. And then maybe that should be.
Well, I have mentioned it to the city manager.
Okay. Okay, then that's, so this agenda item is on here, but you still need two council
Yes.
people to put it on. And I understand you're not asking to put it on right now, but you're thinking that's something in the future. Is that correct?
I
Okay,
think it's something that we need a lot more public comment about and see if we can modify or change some of those signs.
okay. But then again, needs to be two council people. So if you want to bring it up in the future, you can either ask another council person to put it on, or we can bring it up here and then have a vote to put it on. That's the process, right?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, though. Thank you for your concern. Okay, any other? Then we will go to the city council committee reports.
No update.
No updates. Thank you. Councilman Holmes, because I know you do.
Well, it's not a committee report, but I did meet with staff members from Kevin Kiley's office and to encourage them to work on finding funding for the Carnegie Library building restoration.
Okay. Thank you. That's good. That's coming along then.
What?
That's coming along then. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Councilwoman Dowden Cavillo.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Mayor. Last week, as our city manager alluded to, we were at the Placer Business Alliance. I was there actually representing Pioneer as the chair of Pioneer Community Energy. And of course, Sean was there for the city of Auburn. And it was a great opportunity to discuss a myriad of issues, including fire response and prevention. We heard from members of the Western Caucus with some, and then they gave a really great update of the new Forest Act, actually, which was some laws, a federal law that was implementing about 20 of the recommendations that came from the Bipartisan Fire Commission at the federal level, of which PCWA did have someone who sat on that. And they put together, it's actually very darling, little video that I'll share with you that goes through the provisions of the Fire Act. I can't remember. Do you remember the name of that act? I didn't bring it with me, but Fix Our Forests Act. That's what it was. Fix Our Forests Act. So that's very promising. They had indicated that they will continue to do what they can to help areas like Placer County with regards to wildfire threats and things of that nature. There was also a lot of discussion on economic development and housing and how cities can work and the county can work in collaboration with developers on making housing development itself a little more affordable, if there are ways to maybe waive some fees and things of that nature to ensure that housing can be built as required. So, but all in all, it was very good from Pioneer's perspective. I thought that it would be maybe when we take a look at our community programs that we have, that maybe we can look at one that's tailored to businesses. You know, we don't spend a lot of money on community programs at Pioneer, but mostly they are geared towards residents. Of course, they do have a positive impact to business for things like HVAC, tune-ups and things of that nature, but there might be something that we can do that's focused on businesses. So that kind of came out of that discussion. There was a discussion about utilities and how they impact economic development. So it was great. I will say that we had a moment of one afternoon we were able to, right before the conference started, we visited the People's House, which was a White House exhibit. Very modern, and it kind of reminded me of the Sphere, like in Las Vegas, with all of that 3D video. But it was fascinating. So if you ever have a chance to go to Washington, D.C., it was just a 2-hour thing. Very fascinating. So, but all in all, very good conference, and so appreciated the opportunity to go.
Great, thank you.
I also have a good security group that found the phone that I left sitting on a table or something and took it downstairs for me. So I left my phone with my wallet attached to it, and
That's-
they got it back to me. So that was nice of them to do that.
Very good.
In the White House experience, that's. So. No, it was all there.
So sustainability met and their youth rep, Adam Hall, was attended. He's a Placer High School Environmental Club. They had a guest speaker, Leslie Warren. A lot of people probably heard of Leslie. She's with the California Native Plant Society. She was with two other, Jill and Monica, and they talked about native plants and how important it is to our community, our environment, to insects, to birds, to fire, and to, of course, drought. And I was very happy to report that out front, we're changing our landscape so that it is, has all native plants and trees. So as Loomis did, apparently Loomis, I haven't been down there, I'm sure city managers have seen it, but they did a beautiful job down there. So then they had, the front lawn update is Rotary's taking a very big part in this. I think I've said that before. Jeff Ambrosia of Rotary is the head person. He's drawing up the irrigation and drip system, and so that's moving along. The tree ordinance, sustainability is looking at that, trying to update that because currently it hasn't been updated for quite some time. And I was just talking to Sean today about the AB 413. That's sustainability finds that really an opportunity for all of us. That measure says that there can be no cars, no parking, 20 feet before a crosswalk. So that's an opportunity to put some trees in perhaps, or push out our opportunity for outdoor dining. And then there was, that's it, I guess. November 13th, the Gomez Center, there's going to be a plant sale for native plants, if you're interested, at 5 p.m. And then I guess our city manager got this, but I would like to just read it from the Historical Society. They're in receipt of our check for in the amount of $2,400 to offset the cost of the rent for the Old Town Post Office for 2 years.
Yay.
And our donation is very important to them. They're grateful for our support and they look forward to working with us to make this project a huge success. And that's April McDonald Loomis, the president. So I wanted to pass that along. And that is the end of our committee's report. So I didn't quite make my record. Oh, well, this meeting is adjourned in honor of Norma Harris. And I believe she's having a funeral
Yes, Saturday.
service. Is it this Saturday?
Saturday mass, yes.
Saturday
Um,
at
it's-
noon, right?
Let me double check. Oh, I don't have the time, but I believe is it this Saturday or the?
It might be the following, but in any case, I'm sure there'll be something in the paper. Well, I actually,
I think it's the first.
it is,
No, it's on the 15th. Is it November 15th is the funeral mass?
it is at noon.
No. Mhm,
Yes,
yes,
November
15th.
15th. Norma Harris, she's been a big part of our city and community. So this meeting is adjourned in her honor. And thank you for everyone coming back there. See, it wasn't that long, right? Those girls told me when I was walking in not to
Yeah.
make it long.
And we're all in pink today.
And we're all in pink. Thank you
Yes,
for
yes.
supporting that. And
for
Menjo,
breast
thank
cancer
you.
awareness. And thank you, Menjol, too.
And
Yeah.
Amy went and bought a new outfit.
Yes. Any excuse to buy something new, right?
So the
That's me.
meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. All right.